It's radio theater for your soul. It's radio theater for your soul. Where storytellers gather around the mic. Come on, let's go. Live readings, traditional, contemporary, original, scripted plays, film, and poetry. The storytellers gather around the mic to be with your host, Miss Shanice C.L. Coleman, a.k.a. Courageous Love, always just a cut above. Yeah. Radio theater for your soul. It's radio theater for your soul. Yeah. Where storytellers gather around the mic. Storytellers. Where storytellers gather around the mic. Where storytellers gather around the mic. Tell your stories. Where storytellers gather around the mic. Even from the subways of New York City, you're listening to Radio Theater for Your Soul.
Hello, Radio Theater for Your Soul audience. Thank you so much for tuning in and welcome to Season 10. The Spring Series 2023 of my radio show. My name is Shanice C.L. Coleman, also known as Courageous Love, and I am your host who will be gathering with the storytellers around the mic weekly. Storytelling is a gift. It is meant to be shared, and we will continue to provide the platform for storytellers of all genres of storytelling. So, I'm going to tell you what Radio Theater for Your Soul is really all about.
Yeah! Tell me about it. Break it down.
Okay, I'll tell you. In a nutshell, it's all about storytelling and storytellers, featuring unique voices, the written and or unwritten words during this broadcast, podcast, episode, show, whatever you prefer to call it. I call it internet radio, a gathering place around the mic that virtually represents a gathering place around the baobab tree, where all kinds of stories continue to be shared. So please stay tuned. Gathering around the mic to share their voice and another great story is another great featured storyteller. Enjoy.
You're listening to Radio Theater for Your Soul, where storytellers gather around the mic.
Warning. Did you know the United States of America is the world's leader in prison population, and more than 1 in 3 young black men without a high school diploma are in those prisons?
They kidnapped me, man. I've been kidnapped, and I'm not just saying that to say that. I'm telling you the facts. And I'm crying out, begging you to get somebody that can look into these facts and then tell you the same thing that I'm telling you, man.
This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Beloved, how are you?
Oh, man, I've been holding up, man. It's been a real challenge, man, and a real journey, man. But a lot of things has been going on in the right direction for me, man.
Right direction sounds good. Talk about it.
Man, yeah, it's been 3.5 years, man. They don't hold people for murder this long.
Oh, Lord.
But it's the reason why, though. It's been established now. I've been establishing things now, man, and I need some help, man. How they shot me and all of this, they never even arraigned me within the proper time. I never even got a bond or seen a judge. They took me straight from the hospital and put me in MDOC. So they gave up their jurisdiction. It's always, man, it's always something going on as far as with jurisdiction. I was supposed to be processed through the courts, or at least supposed to see a magistrate or been arraigned while I was in the hospital. If I would have set bail, or if I would have posted bail, then they would have gave my jurisdiction to DOC. They hid me in DOC and used DOC as a detention to build and gather evidence. And they was holding me on charges that don't even exist. I was never violated. I'm still on parole if you look up my status. My parole status is not violated. I'm not violated. I'm still on parole currently right now. It is running. I have not been found guilty of any violations. They lost jurisdiction. They lost jurisdiction. And that's crazy, man. That's why I've been sitting here 3.5 years, because they wanted me to try to take some type of plea.
This call is a prepaid call from a prisoner at the Michigan Department of Corrections.
Yeah, hello, Darnell.
Hey, I am driving right now, but it is recording. So if you are ready, I will put myself on mute, and I will allow you to just record, and then I'll be able to listen to it later on.
Okay, I could do that.
Right.
Yep.
All right, you are now on mute.
Hello, yes. My name is Chad Smith, and I am currently housed at the Gus Harrison Correctional Facility on a probable cause to hold for a possible parole violation. And I have been here for 3 whole years without proper legal action in a timely manner in accordance with my legal due process. The facts of the case are as follows. I was the target of a robbery on my street. I fled from a car of several robbers seeking help from anyone available in my neighborhood area on the scene. The police was called, and I was mistaken for a suspect in accordance to accusations of an alleged crime of a supposed carjacking happening, which later turned out to not be the case. This took place on August 3rd, 2018 in the city of Romulus, Michigan, which ended with myself being shot several times by Romulus police and locking myself in a neighbor's home in hopes of preserving my young black life from the hands of the Romulus police officers who shot me several times with AR-15 assault-style military-grade rifles and several other artilleries, ultimately ended in alleged police standoff, which was just another young black man trying not to be killed by suburban police officers in his new neighborhood. So now I'm sitting in here in prison with 22 charges, including 2 counts of assault with intent to murder police officers, kidnapping, carjacking, home invasion, 1st degree, 10 counts of felony firearm, and a 4th degree habitual, which can be 25 to life sentence enhancement, and a number of several other outstanding charges. All the cops involved had on body cams, but stated at the preliminary hearing none of the body cams were on or recording at the time. That seems kind of strange. They are trying to bully me into taking a plea deal due to the fact that I cannot obtain the proper counsel for a high-profile case like this. I would need, in order to properly dispute this matter and see with all of the facts, that no harm or any crime was intended on my part to anyone at any time in this matter. And I was a young black victim seeking help, and instead almost losing my life at the hands of several confused, scared, suburban, trigger-happy cops. I say all of this to say that I really need some help. Some Black Lives Matter supporters and some NAACP support, and any and every attorney who may have experience with exposing police shooting cover-ups. I am being wrongfully accused and treated. This has been covered up and ongoing for 3 years. I thank you for your time. You can reach me at jpay.com under Chad Smith, number 532291, or write me at my address, Gus Harrison Correctional Facility, 2727 East Beatrice Street, Adrian, Michigan, 49221. You can also check this case out, or a clip of what happened on this date online by punching in August 3rd, 2018, City of Romulus police standoff. This is their version or interpretation of what happened. But this is not what's going on with the court facts and things that's going on the case in the courts. You know, it don't take 3 years to figure this out. And, you know, everybody had body cams on, but none was recording. And at the end of the day, it don't add up for a reason. You see what I'm saying? I mean, black lives can't matter if trap lives don't matter. And even though I'm at the bottom in the trap, you know, we still count too. You can't just throw us away and push us off. You know, even though we trapped in hard times and trapped in poverty, we still count and we matter too. Because black lives matter, trap lives matter as well. So I love y'all. Hopefully somebody will be able to look into this and see what they're trying to do to us, trying to throw us away. And hopefully y'all respond. And I just want the facts out there, man. You know what I'm saying? We matter too. even though we at the bottom, man. See y'all soon. Love y'all all out there, all my peoples. Peace out.
Thank you for using GTL.
Warning. Did you know the United States of America is the world's leader in prison population, and more than 1 in 3 young black men without a high school diploma are in those prisons?
They've been trying to weary me out by pushing these times back and these dates back and just holding me here, hoping that I jump out at some type of deal they trying to come up with. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. All to cover up a police shoot. All to cover up the fact that they shot me and they was wearing body cams, but they didn't cut them on. This is crazy, man.
Wow.
This is crazy, Brother Darnell, man. This is I didn't know this. I didn't know that they had 48 hours to arraign me, and I was never arraigned. None of that. I never went to the county jail, period. How can you charge me with something? I never even went to the county jail. So when they handed me over, when the police handed me over to MDOC, their jurisdiction was done because I was never arraigned on no charge. I was never charged. So if I was never charged, I was arrested without a warrant. I was arrested without a warrant, and I was never charged. So damn what they saying. The facts are the facts. I've been reading, and I've been studying, I've been looking, and I want to summons their records. I want to summons, like the guy was telling me about the Freedom of Information Act for the prosecutor's file, for Kim Worthy's file, his warrant. I want to be able to summons these papers that they supposedly had. Under what was you holding me? I mean, I need help, man. They've been illegally holding me, man. They've been illegally holding me, man. And it's sad, man, that they kidnapped me pretty much. They kidnapped me. It don't take 3.5 years. Murderers get prosecuted in less than that. If y'all have all of this evidence y'all say y'all had and it was on the news, why does it take 3.5 years? I've been sitting here, man. They kidnapped me, man. I've been kidnapped, and I'm not just saying that to say that. I'm telling you the facts. And I'm crying out, begging you to get somebody that can look into these facts and then tell you the same thing that I'm telling you, man. They just trying to snatch a young black life. It don't take no 3.5 years, man. Come on, man. I just found this out. If I'd have knew this sooner, I'd have been able to move sooner on it. But I just found this out, brother. I just found this out. They've been hiding stuff from me, holding stuff back. It took me 2 years to get my discovery pack, Brother Darnell.
You have 1 minute remaining.
That's crazy, man. I've been kidnapped, man.
I have recorded this conversation and will be sharing this conversation. I do have more money on the phone now, and
yeah,
I sit in that class, so I'm a little more available to take a call and to see what I can do to help. So.
Please, man. I'm telling you the facts, man. If they have anybody, but they have arrested me without an arraignment, man. They didn't arraign me, and they got jurisdictional issues. They're not supposed to even be able to try to prosecute me, man. And that's been the issue all along. That's why it's been 3.5 years. It don't take murderers 3.5 years to get a speedy trial. All due process has been violated. All rights have been violated. That's why they holding me.
Thank you for using GTL.
Could you imagine that, just sitting around somewhere for 3.5 years, uncertainty, just not knowing what's going to happen next? Nobody telling you nothing. You just sitting here, ain't been charged, with nothing, legally binding. 3.5 years, man. I can imagine what my ancestors went through. It's Black History Month. I can imagine what my slave ancestors went through, because I'm just kidnapped, sitting in captivity. 3.5 years, man. I ain't been charged with nothing. I can't even get my day in court. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. Boy, it's a cold game, man. It's a cold game. It's like roots all over, man. Roots all over, man. These people been just holding me. That's why it's been 3.5 years, man. They know I didn't kidnap nobody. The story that they told is not adding up to what they said, and I'm glad you could see that in that file. The guy that came to court about the carjacking said I didn't carjack him, man. The police shot me, and they trying to cover it up, man, and I've been held for 3.5 years. I'm glad, brother, that you're seeing it now, man, that I'm innocent, man.
Did they put something in front of you and say, sign this? Did
Yes, because I was on parole, they tried to violate me with those charges that it was never a warrant for. The warrant didn't come to 2020, but y'all trying to violate me in 2018 for charges that don't even exist. They tried to violate me for a whole 2 years, 2018 and 2019, but they couldn't because I was arguing with them that I was not charged. So they tried to force Wayne County to come up with the charges. So what they have to go do? Get a warrant. Could you imagine that, just sitting around somewhere for 3.5 years, uncertainty, just not knowing what's going to happen next? Nobody telling you nothing. You just sitting here, ain't been charged, with nothing, legally binding. 3.5 years, man. I can imagine what my ancestors went through. It's Black History Month. I can imagine what my slave ancestors went through because I'm just kidnapped, sitting in captivity. 3.5 years, man. I ain't been charged with nothing. I can't even get my day in court. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. Boy, it's a cold game, man. It's a cold game. It's like roots all over, man. Roots all over, man. Like I said, I want my story to be told. They didn't think that I lived in that neighborhood, and they just was thinking that they was just going to finish me off and wasn't nobody going to think nothing about it. But God made a way for me to survive, man, to be able to tell my story. You know what I'm saying? And he's been working in my life, and if this is what he wanted to happen, then I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I'm humble. I'm glad. I'm grateful. Go ahead.
I say I'm humble and I'm grateful, man, behind it for everything y'all doing to help me and for the people he's put in my life. I'm just humble and I'm grateful about it, man. And like you say, man, I always say, man, I mean, even though we don't got a lot of money to fight these cover-ups that these police be doing, they be shooting us and stuff, at the end of the day, trap lives matter, man, and black lives matter. Even though we trapped at the bottom and we don't have what it takes, it don't mean you could just throw us away, man. And there's a lot of us situations like this. But unfortunately, it's some that went through this that wasn't able to speak out because they was killed, I'm just happy to be alive, man, and happy to be able to have the opportunity to speak out, Ain't no way I should have been sitting here for 3 years if I did what they said I did. This should have been taken care of.
Warning. Did you know the United States of America is the world's leader in prison population, and more than 1 in 3 young black men without a high school diploma are in those prisons?
This prepaid call from
It's Chad, a.k.a. Nova.
A prisoner at the Michigan Department of Corrections, Gus Harrison, South Facility.
Hey, B-Love, what's going on?
Hey, beloved, I am well, thanks. How are you?
You say what?
I am well, thanks. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I couldn't hear you. I can hear you now. Oh, man, it's just been a real journey, man. It's just been a real journey, man. I mean, we living in some challenging times, man, but God is faithful, man. He is faithful. I cannot complain, man. I'm just grateful, and I'm thankful, for the things that I'm learning. I'm learning how to change my perspective, you see what I'm saying, of things, and to not allow my circumstances to form my perspective of things. So I'm in training, man, and I'm learning, man, and it's working out, man. God has put his hand on it, and it's working, man. I'm glad that I can step outside of myself and I can see things in a different light, man. So I talked to my attorney last week, I think on Tuesday, it was Friday. I think I talked to him either Thursday or Friday, and I gave him your number, and I told him to call you to give you the information for the court situation to give to was that Angela I was talking to the last time you put on?
Yes.
Yeah, to get that information to you and Angela, so y'all can have that thing put together, man, to where everything can be on there for the people that's been following this, man, because this has been a journey, man. This gonna touch a lot of people's lives when I come out of here, man. God don't make no mistakes. Even when you got back to me, when this first started, Brother Darnell, you said, this ain't me at all. This is God doing this. I still got that text you sent me, man. And you was like overnight. I woke up and it's 10,000 and it's growing and it's going and it's moving. When it first took off and started moving, you say, this ain't me, man. This is God at work. I had some challenges, man, because it's been a challenging road, man. But God ain't gonna allow me to go through nothing and not bring me through the storm. This ain't just for me. I'm not just going through this for myself. You see what I'm saying? So when I come out of here, I already know it's going to be a lot of people whose life is going to be touched, whose life is going to be transformed and changed by my story and by all that I've went through. And, you know, especially those guys that's going through stuff like this that don't got no hope. This is enough to make anybody want to, you know, it would make anybody want to give up. 3.5 years, almost 4 years fighting something that y'all don't even got a warrant for. You can't even find a warrant. Y'all basically kidnapped me. But it's going to show that God is a vindicator, man, that he's not only going to bring me out, but he's bringing me out better. And all the people who helped me, y'all too. I ain't just doing this on my own. This ain't just me alone. We are a village. You see what I'm saying? I'm looking at it at least as we are a village because I mean, these calls ain't free. You know, you do this, man. You help. You look out, man. You've been active in this, looking stuff up and reaching out to people. You know, so you, abolition apostles and everybody else has had a hand in this, man. I'm grateful, man. I look at it like y'all my team, man, and I'm hyping y'all too when I get out of here. I'm letting it be known. People gonna reach out to you. I'm gonna put it out there. NFTV, man. I'm gonna put out there what abolition apostles do, so people can, you know, reach out, so people can fund y'all, so you know people can get these things, man, that they need to give them hope in these times, man. I'm not just going through this for no reason. This just didn't happen all of a sudden. God has a plan, man, and he got his hand on this, man, and he's doing the work behind this, man. And you got challenging forces that want to stop it. The stuff that I've been going through, you got challenging forces that want to stop it, but these forces is bigger than me. If it wasn't for God, I would have been stumbled or failed, man, but God got a plan, man, and he's holding me up and holding on to me, man, so I know many lives is going to be changed. I'm just holding on, and I'm hoping y'all keep me in prayer. Keep me in prayer for my struggles, man, because I look at y'all as my family and my people, man, and I'm grateful for y'all in these times, man. I'm grateful for everything y'all do for me, man, and I just want you to know, you, Angela, Caleb and Sarah, Abolition Apostles, and everybody else who got my back and who rocking with me. You know, so I'm just grateful, man, and I'm humble. I'm very humble behind this. You knew me when you first met me. I was kind of a jerk. I was kind of a self-centered, you know, conceited type guy, but I'm humble, man. God has showed me, man, some things that he's transformed my life, man, and he's allowed me to humble myself under his mighty hand so that I may be exalted in due time. So with that being said, man, I'm all ears. How your class going?
Well, you sound like you're in touch with the spirit of the warrior today.
So is, man. So I had to be. I've been under attack. It feel like for a month straight, nonstop, man. Like I mean, in the fire, boy. That's what he is faithful, man. That's what God do. He puts his weapons in the fire, man. He puts his weapons in the fire. He don't put no junk in the fire. He don't throw no stone in the furnace that ain't worthy. So I'm honored. I am honored, man, and I'm humble, man, that God, that the Lord he has took interest in me. I'm humble. I'm truly humble, and I know he's going to do great works with this weapon. Boy, this weapon is going to be something terrible in a good way. In a good way. How's that class, man? How's the course? Tell me you got that doctor certificate. Is it Dr. Ishmel now? Can I call you doctor now?
Oh, not yet.
That's got a good spin to it. I know you ain't gonna get hung all up on it to take it to the head, though.
Just call me Darnell. That's
exactly. As long as I know you. Now you say just call me Darnell. That's the humble Darnell I know, man. Always good, humble-minded, a good doer. Humble, soft-spoken. You ain't gonna let that title change you, man. Titles change a lot of people. Titles change a lot of people, man. But we must stay humble, man, and we must stay rooted, and we must know without God, we won't have the strength to do nothing. He is our source and our strength. It's not for us to exalt and lift ourselves up. We're nothing alone without him. Everything we have is borrowed and given to us. I was telling a brother that yesterday. I said, what do you have to be proud of? That air you breathe and that body you got to get that back. That ain't yours. We must stay humble. It's important for us to stay humble. Yeah, I've been in my Bible heavy, man. I've been reading the Word and I've been watching, and I've just been living, man. I've been living the Word, man, and God has just been speaking to my soul, man, and just opening my eyes, man, and just allowing me to know, man, this is His. This is His world. This is His creation. All that we have is His. So I'm glad, man. I'm happy that my eyes is off myself and my eyes is on doing what He'd do. Help somebody else if I can, And I got that from I got part of that from you. You seem like the person that reach out and help people, man. You've always been a helper of people. You that's why you got so many blessings, man, and you got more on your way because he who waters shall be watered as well. He who waters shall be watered as well. That's why you got many blessings on your life, man. All the people I've been helping, I get help right when I needed it come on time, and they messed my store bag up. Somebody brought me some stuff today that I didn't even know was coming, man. God, His word is true, man. So all the people you help, man, I'm telling you, man, you got so many blessings. You traveling the world, making it safely on them trips and coming back, not getting sick or none of that. God got His hand on you because you are for His people. You are for the poor. You are for the people that don't have nobody, the hopeless. You are for those people that belong to Him, and He will keep His hand on you as long as you are for Him and for His people and do those things that's pleasing in His sight. He is going to bless your life. He is going to exalt your life, and He is going to use you. He's going to use you. He's going to show out when you give Him a chance and stop limiting Him. Stop worrying and stressing out and freaking out and limiting Him. He's going to show out every chance He gets in your life. And that's what He's showing me, man. God is amazing, man. He is wonderful. We going to have that lunch when I get out of here. I already got it made up in my mind. I already know what I'm going to be wearing. We going to have lunch. I told you we going to have lunch together. We going to have lunch together. I might come shoot on out there, man, have a car, man. Ain't no telling. It's an airport around there. Might take a flight. Ain't no telling. But we going to have lunch. I already spoke that into existence. That's right.
Wow. Yeah, you're on fire. Tell me, how did it come about that the lawyer got in touch with you? What was the conversation?
He called me up. He called up here to the facility because he know that my date is getting close. And when he called to me, I said, Mr. Darnell Ishmel to send you emails and you ain't got back to him. He said, oh yeah, okay, I know. Yeah, I know who you talking about. And I said, man, yo, you ain't been responding to nothing. You ain't told me nothing. Y'all canceled my last date and you ain't even talked to me. He don't know in so many ways that I'm about to fire him. Hopefully he can do something good. I'm hoping that he just go ahead and do something good and this thing get canceled when I go back to court because this going to be the date where it's going to be put up or shut up, man. And at the end of the day, I'm like, he don't know. You've been making moves without me. So he called me. He finally got in touch with me when he was supposed to get in touch with me after we didn't go to court. And he told me that he adjourned it. He made a move without me knowing. He's not supposed to act on my behalf without me knowing or checking with me or calling me. That's not professional. I know I'm locked up and all, but it's not fair and it's not professional. He just left me hanging. My people was calling him. He wasn't answering. But I'm not mad about all that. Everything happened for a reason. Hopefully he got it together and he's looking at what he needs to see to get me out of here. Because the way they did me, they totally violated my due process. You see that it's a gap from 2018 to 2020. How you going to take me and then try to put a warrant out 2020 when you already had let me go and you already dropped the case? Pretty much, if they don't act within 48 hours on the arraignment, the case is dismissed. I didn't get a bond or bail or nothing. Y'all illegally holding me. I'm detained without being processed. If they pick you up off the street, they got 72 hours to hold you, and they got to release you if they can't charge you, right? That applies to me too. They couldn't violate my parole because they didn't have a charge. I was not charged. They didn't charge me to 2020. I didn't get charged till I got arraigned in 2020. But y'all been holding me since 2018, though. I mean, come on, man. I got rights, too. I earned my freedom back after I did them 10 years to be on parole, and I stayed out a whole year. I didn't do nothing wrong. I had a job and was working and with my family and everything, you know? It's kind of bad that I got mixed up and that girl set me up and I got shot by the police, you know what I'm saying, and things happened. That was kind of bad, but I wasn't trying to hurt nobody. I was, you know, I'm a human being. I was just trying to, you know, make sure I didn't get killed by the police. Like that other white guy that they just had on TV that they put the knee on his neck and killed him because he ain't want to give up his blood.
You have 1 minute remaining.
But it's all good, though. I ain't tripping. Just keep me in prayer. Tell everybody to keep me in prayer. And I love y'all, man. Y'all keep on, you know, holding on and fighting a good fight, man, to help people. You know, love is all we got, man, in this world. It's getting dark, but it ain't going to overshadow the love we got, man. Our God is love, and he's a consuming fire, man. As long as our love is burning hot and bright, somebody going to wake up. Somebody going to see the light and wake up, man. I mean, black lives can't matter if trap lives don't matter. And even though I'm at the bottom in the trap, you know, we still count too. You can't just throw us away and push us off. You know, even though we trapped in hard times and trapped in poverty, we still count and we matter too. Because black lives matter, trap lives matter as well. So I love y'all. Hopefully somebody will be able to look into this and see what they're trying to do to us, trying to throw us away. And hopefully y'all respond. And I just want the facts out there, man. You know what I'm saying? We matter too, even though we at the bottom, man. See y'all soon. Love y'all all out there, all my peoples. Peace out.
Thank you for using GTL.
Warning. Did you know the United States of America is the world's leader in prison population, and more than 1 in 3 young black men without a high school diploma are in those prisons?
This is a prepaid call from
It's Chad, TR. Answer the phone.
a prisoner at the Michigan Department of Corrections, Macomb facility.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need you.
So you want me to say today's date?
Yeah, say today's date, and then that will help them understand, oh, them recordings are from years ago, and he's still in there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, whenever you're ready.
All right, so I'm gonna mute myself, and you can go now.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Chad Smith, and I'm currently housed at the Macomb Correctional Facility. Today is March the 24th, 2023. I'm still waiting to be back in court or to go to court for the situation that happened August 3rd, 2018. Several charges have been dismissed and more are being dismissed. I was shot by the police 4 times, and it wasn't processed the way it was supposed to be, but I'm still being held. It's almost been 5 years. And the court is saying now that they have lost transcripts. They can't find it to say that I've been arraigned. They say they have lost transcripts. One of my attorneys, I guess my attorney got sick all of a sudden when I just went to court earlier this year around January the 9th, and they just gave me a new attorney. After 3 years, I had this attorney. So I'm just getting 2 more new attorneys, so they pushing it back further now. And I'm just trying to figure out what is going on. I haven't been found guilty of anything. And as the story is unwinding, they are not able to find no type of criminal motive on my behalf and on my part. It was 4 officers who shot me, and they say they had on body cams, but now they're saying that they weren't recording and there's no footage on these body cams. And I'm just constantly being held. My family is wondering what's happening. I'm wondering what's happening. Now they're saying the transcripts is missing from the court. I'm wondering if I'm going to get a fair shake or not. I never heard of transcripts being lost, especially since it's a police shooting in the situation. But I'm just asking for help. A lot of these elements of what's going on are unheard of. I was picked up without a warrant when all of this happened as well, and I was taken out of the hospital and hidden. They tried to take me back to the hospital, and the hospital wouldn't accept me, so I still got the bullet in my chest. I was put in a Michigan Department of Correction facility without any paperwork or any type of warrant for me to be there. And that just came out in the evidentiary hearing when the guy from MDOC got on the stand, he let him know that I wasn't supposed to be there. So I'm wondering, with all of this due process violated and my constitutional rights violated, I need some help. I'm wondering, why did this happen to me? And why was I stopped from talking to any media or my family? Like, they tried to hide me and cover this up. I'm giving thanks to NFTV for helping me and for everybody else that's helping me. People been supporting my story since 2021, around January, when I did my first clip. But this is still very unorganized and unheard of. The things that are happening is unheard of. And I need some help and I need some answers, you know? That's all I'm saying, man. I love y'all out there. I ask and I humbly pray that y'all be my voice for me, since I can't, you know, really speak for myself in these times with all of this, me being hid and all this stuff being covered up. But I love y'all, man. Please keep me in prayer, and all the brothers who going through struggles like me. Black Lives Matter and Trap Lives Matter, man. Yeah, man. I appreciate you, man. This is some wild stuff, man. How they doing me, man. I talked to my attorney the other day, and she said that she's supposed to be coming up here at the beginning of this month, because I'm supposed to be going back to court next month. So the beginning of next month, she's supposed to be coming up here to see me. She said she's been trying to call up here and she's been trying to talk to me, but they not letting her talk to me. At the last facility, my attorney was able to let me talk. They will schedule a time for me to go in front, and I'll be able to talk to my attorney. But I'm wondering, why is they blocking my attorney now, and what's really going on, you know? But yeah, man, I'm just maintaining, man, and I'm praying, man, that they go ahead and dismiss this when I go back down here to court, and I get some type of help I need, man, some type of, you know, I hope this message I release, this update, do something for us, man. And you know, I just asked this, right, because I like the way you did the last one. You know, I just ask that, you know, y'all go ahead, you know, put my JPay information on there, you know what I'm saying, jpay.com, Chad Smith 532-291, put my JPay information on there so they know how to get in touch with me.
You tell people how to get in touch with you. I'm still recording.
Yep. Hello, Shanice Coleman. I just want to give a thanks to you, Miss Shanice Coleman, for blessing me to be on your platform, your podcast, and for helping me with my circumstances, my situation. I thank you for the help that you are giving me, and I thank you for your interest and your help with Notes from the Village NFTV. The way that people can get in touch with me is through jpay.com. They can reach out to me, ask me any questions, or send me any type of help. It's jpay.com. Chad Smith 532-291. That's the number. Or you can write me at Macomb Correctional Facility in Macomb in Lenox Township, Michigan. But yes, jpay.com. Chad Smith number 532-291. Thank you, Miss Shanice. Thank you, Notes from the Village. And everybody that's out there support me, man. I love y'all, man. I'm grateful that y'all care for me.
Thank you for using GTL.
Warning. Did you know the United States of America is the world's leader in prison population, and more than 1 in 3 young black men without a high school diploma are in those prisons?
You're listening to Radio Theater for Your Soul with your host, Shanice C.L. Coleman.
Thank you to Featured Storyteller Chad A. Smith, indeed with a story to tell. Also, a huge thank you to Dr. Darnell Ishmel and his commitment to his ministry, his willingness to help others, and for allowing Radio Theater for Your Soul to support in bringing this young man's story to light. He was gracious enough to allow this story to be rebroadcast from his various platforms, including his Facebook page titled Notes from the Village and his YouTube channel. Please follow and or contact Dr. Darnell Ishmel for further information on this ministry and more. I've titled Chad A. Smith's story, Get Me Outta Here, because the battle cry is real for Chad and so many others, unfortunately, and often unlawfully trapped in a prison system seemingly designed to keep one trapped. If you or someone you know would like to support Chad A. Smith's case, if you're a lawyer, if you're an attorney, if you're willing to take a pro bono case, or you know someone who will, please connect directly with featured storyteller Chad A. Smith.
It's through jpay.com. They can reach out to me, ask me any questions, or send me any type of help. It's jpay.com. Chad Smith 532-291. That's the number. Or you can write me at Macomb Correctional Facility in Macomb in Lenox Township, Michigan. But it's jpay.com. Chad Smith number 532-291.
You can also reach out to Radio Theater for Your Soul at radiogathering@gmail.com. Radio Gathering is one word at gmail.com. You can also reach Dr. Darnell Ishmel directly on his Facebook page, Notes from the Village.
Notes from the Village.
Chad would appreciate your support and your effort. Now, if you missed any part of this very real story titled Get Me Outta Here, I titled it Get Me Outta Here, as shared by featured storyteller Chad A. Smith, please go back and listen anytime, right here on Radio Theater for Your Soul, as often as you like and wherever you listen to podcasts. You can also easily listen on our website at radiogathering.wixsite.com/radiogathering/podcast. And please remember to follow, subscribe, and like Radio Theater for Your Soul at Radio Gathering on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, where you will continue to find all kinds of stories and all kinds of storytellers who gather and share in all kinds of storytelling. Listeners, it's season 10, the spring series, and with spring comes new beginnings and transformations for the better. I encourage you all to prepare for not just your better, but your best, soon to come. Thank you again to our featured storyteller today, Mr. Chad A. Smith, and to Dr. Darnell Ishmel for helping to make this story happen. And finally, I sign off weekly with a poem, or what I call a poetic offering. And I can just imagine what my slave ancestors went through. I am just kidnapped, sitting in captivity 3.5 years, and I haven't been charged with nothing. It is just like roots all over, man. That poetic offering is a partial quote from today's featured storyteller, Chad A. Smith. This is Radio Theater for Your Soul, where storytellers gather around the mic. I am your host, Shanice C.L. Coleman, also known as Courageous Love. Thank you to the Most High God. Thank you to my family, friends, ancestors, and you. Thank you so much for listening.
It's Radio Theater for Your Soul. It's Radio Theater for Your Soul, where storytellers gather around the mic. Come on, let's go. Live readings, traditional, contemporary, original, scripted plays, film, and poetry. The storytellers gather around the mic to be with your host, Miss Shanice C.L. Coleman, a.k.a. Courageous Love, always just a cut above. Yeah.